Hey.
Sammy and Jacob are here.
Hello.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Hello.
So in my room, just so you know, I have our mentalist, Max Major, our sword swap.
I'll let my Jacob go first.
Hello, guys. How are you? It's a pleasure to meet all of you. So let me start off with Jonathan.
How are you?
Last night, congratulations on surviving that 60-foot zip line. I've been watching America's Got Talent since its first season, so I'm a super fan over here. So that was one of the most scariest stunts I have ever seen on the program. How long did it take you to create this death-defying routine?
I have, honestly, that one has been on my list. I mean, a literal list for probably about 6 or 7 years. I take a lot of my inspiration from performers of the past. And there was a lady in 1931 who traveled across Times Square on a zip line hanging by her teeth. And there's very, very grainy footage of it. And I remember seeing that probably maybe about 10 years ago and thinking, I have to do that at some point. And you know, and do it with all of the spectacle that we can bring when we do it, you know, when we're filming with AGT. It was, I mean, bizarrely a dream come true to put that on tape last night.
Awesome. Awesome. So, Brett, my next question is for you. Hello. After using an endoscope, if you are voted into the season 15 finale, what will you do to top that?
Well, I think it would be unfair to give that away because I wouldn't want to spoil it for any of the judges. But you know, I made a splash using Sophia so much and kind of torturing her. I've tortured Howie now quite a bit, and it might be time for Heidi.
Alrighty, and Max, my question for you is this. Every time that I watched you on the show, from your auditions at the Judges at Home segment to your recent performance, you've always stepped up to the plate. So what goes through your mind when it comes to creating these impeccable presentations?
Hey, thanks a lot. For me this season, it's about like reacting to the world we live in, you know, rather than trying to do things that I've done on stage in the past, you know, as a performer, usually having an audience. It's kind of like adapting my skill sets for the world we live in right now. And so I've tried to use the virtual crowd and get them involved and use people at home, and have had people playing along from home as well. So it's really just about taking inspiration from kind of the state of the world and then saying, how can I adapt my skill set to this? Because I'm so used to seeing people face to face. And so when all of this started with the lockdown, I wondered, you know, could I still read people through the screen? And so, of course, the judges are my number one participants, but it's been really fun to get the people at home involved. And that's something I hope to continue if I get a chance to go to the finals.
Awesome. Do you want to take over, Sammy?
Sure. Thank you. And you're doing excellent, honey.
Thank you.
So my question for you guys is, what is the biggest challenge about doing an act on America's Got Talent during a pandemic? You kind of got into this a little bit, Max, but I wanted to hear from all three of you.
Sure. You mean to, I guess, elaborate? I guess I'll elaborate on what I was saying. So this has been a challenging season in the sense that it's not a traditional season, but also it's created a lot of opportunities for, I think, the entire crew of AGT and for the acts, right? Like, we're getting just unbelievable access to the entire Universal Studios theme park and the movie lot. And so I think it's kind of exciting how AGT has managed to like keep the show going in spite of the challenges. And I think they've not only done that, but they've kind of leveled things up this year, like on the production side. You know, they've kind of doubled down on that. I think all the acts have looked amazing on camera, on scene, and on set. And then for me as an act, you know, again, the challenge is not having that audience there in person. You know, we're so used to, all of us, feeding off of the energy of the crowd, but they've done a really good job with the virtual crowd of like giving a little bit of that natural sound to the room. You know, you could hear people booing last night during Howie's comments during my act. And so the crowd is still there. They're still very present, still very much a part of the show. And so as much as there's been challenges, I think some really great things have been created out of it.
Very nice. Jonathan?
Yeah, I think that it's actually remarkable that we're making the show. And there are lots of constraints that the viewers will not be aware of. Obviously there's all of the sort of 6 feet apart and all of the things that we as contestants have to go through, all the different rigorous testing that we have to do and stuff. But just from a logistical point of view, and obviously because of the stuff that I do has been quite large scale, I have to kind of get involved with. They're not allowed. I think they're not allowed any more than 70 crew members on set at any one point during the show taping, which for a show of the scale of America's Got Talent is tiny. Like to make a show with just 70 people of that scale is unheard of, and yet they're doing it. So props to the America's Got Talent team, because not only have they made a show, they've made a great show. It's been an amazing season, and I feel very fortunate to be part of it.
Brett?
For me, the scale of everything and the production of it all has been, it is remarkable. Like everybody else has said, it's remarkable that it's still happening and that we're able to do it. I have to say though, I miss a live audience. For a performer like me, my main goal is to make people laugh and entertain them. And when that laugh is through a video screen and there's a little bit of a delay, it's just more challenging, And I also like to work off of what's happening in the room, in the space, and comment to audience members and stuff like that. So I've had to do a lot of rethinking about how I perform.
Very nice. And they're telling us we're out of time, but I want to wish you guys a lot of luck tonight. And
Same
I can't wait
here.
to see what you do next.
Fingers crossed for all three of you. You guys were phenomenal last night.
Yes, you were.
Thank you.
We
Check
love
it. See you
you.
on Twitter.
Bye.
Next time we
you.
meet you guys in person. Hopefully see you guys soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Nice.
Bye.
Thanks.